This is Steve Robbins. Welcome to the Get It Done Guys, quick and dirty tips to work less and do more. Today's an exciting day at Green Growing Things Plant Store. It's annual review time. Annual reviews are important. The owner, Bernice, calls in her employees. She asks each one to identify their strengths and their weaknesses, and together they come up with a personal development plan to shore up all of those weaknesses. But why? Although business results come from day-to-day management, Bernice has all of her people working on fixing their weaknesses. That's the wrong way to go about it. Annual reviews are not very effective. We think they are, but we're gullible, aren't we? A 1998 meta-analysis found that annual reviews were more about people having their voices heard and less about changing their actual performance. In other words, annual reviews are for kvetching. Let's take a look at a better way, effectively managing people by using their best qualities. 1. Focus on strengths. Consider Bernice's employee Europa. Europa's emotional intelligence is off the charts. She's the secret overlord of the Eastern Bloc, which she holds together through sheer force of personality, augmented, of course, with control of a small arsenal of tactical nuclear weapons. But when it comes to computer skills, Europa still thinks that a mouse is cat food. Oh dear. Although Europa's development plan could concentrate on shoring up her weaknesses by sending her to computer class, at the very best, she will never be more than mediocre. Focusing on weaknesses is a recipe for producing people who are mediocre to average. If, however, she concentrates on taking her already impressive persuasion skills and boosting those, she'll be absolutely world-class before long. And her personal development plan doesn't have to focus on building her skills. She could spend her time applying her strengths in new ways, dominating the Western Bloc, for example. 2. Decide which strengths framework to use. There are different frameworks that you can use to help you determine your strengths. The Gallup organization has one. They studied thousands of managers and published their book, Strengths Finder. The research was clear. Having people concentrate on their strengths was better for both the people and the organization. But you do need a way to decide what constitutes a strength. It could be a skill. Europa thinks of emotional intelligence as her strength. Tech skills, on the other hand, are a non-strength. But she surely has other strengths than just emotional intelligence worth exploring. Strengths Finder lays out 34 different strengths. Some are skills, like win others over. Europa has that one in spades. She can walk into a room full of strangers and have them eating out of her hand in no time, and she doesn't even use a whip. Other Gallup strengths are qualities. For example, my number one strength is achievement. That's not a skill, it's a quality. Rather, it's a horrid mental pathology that leaves me feeling perpetually unfulfilled unless I've accomplished something significant every day. Every day. Every single day. Did I mention that I need this every day? I wish I had the strength Ellen DeGeneres' best friend, but I don't. I have achievement. It sucks to be me. There are other breakdowns to help people discover their hidden or not-so-hidden strengths. VIA Strengths, for example, is another strengths framework. In this system, my number one strength is creativity. Ellen DeGeneres' best friend, however, doesn't even appear in my top 15. 3. Profile your people. Once you've selected a strengths framework, profile your people. Find out each person's strengths and discuss those strengths with them. Take the time to understand how their strengths appear in their life and in their work, and since you've heeded my advice telling you to keep profiles of important people, you have a profile for them and you can add their strengths to that profile. If someone's already using their strengths throughout their life and their job, great! Europa is already winning others over every time she convinces a country leader to swear utter and complete fealty to her every whim. And if someone isn't using their strengths, also great. This gives you an easy way to help them turbocharge their results by using their strengths. And you do that by 4. Match strengths to assignments. Use your people's strengths to match them to a job. Every strength can be a force for good or for evil. Let's say that analyzing situations in great painstaking detail to arrive at a carefully considered conclusion based on data is your strength. If you pursue a career as a scientist, you'll be brilliant. Your research results will be complete and analyzed impeccably. If you get a job as an air traffic controller, you'll suck. In that role, you need to take in a situation and make rapid assessments. If you see a fast-moving purple dot, you have to decide if it's a UFO or a landing plane. By the time you do a super deep analysis, the UFO will have abducted your colleagues and your schmoopy, and it will be coming for you next. Strengths are an asset or a liability relative to the task where they're being applied. So help people figure out how to apply their strengths in places where their strengths will be an asset. Are there available assignments that will play to someone's strengths? Yes. Great. Can you help them maneuver into those assignments. 5. Create teams of complementary strengths. Europa's world domination impulses are a great fit for her strengths, but she does occasionally have to use a computer. Think launch codes. Rather than taking her attention away from her strengths, she can be paired with someone whose strengths complement hers. Melvin, the IT director, for example, has complementary strengths. Melvin loves mice, the kind with buttons, and he's more than happy to help her do regular backups, troubleshoot problems with a VPN, and install Linux in a separate partition on her hard drive. She doesn't really know what any of this means, nor should she. Melvin can put his technical excellence to work, while Europa concentrates on bringing the next world leader into her secret cabal. Prime Minister Theresa May, for example, is about to step down, which means there is work to be done. When it's time for an annual review, don't put your attention on weaknesses. Managing to strengths is the way to go. They'll be happier, you'll be happier, they'll accomplish far more, and your company will be happier too. Choose a good strengths framework that has action implications for your company and your context. Profile your people and match them with jobs and teams where their strengths can be an asset for them. Then, match complementary strengths so the entire team has a full set of world-class strengths. Bernice is so impressed with the Europa-Melvin partnership that she's made it official. He's whipping Europa's technology know-how into shape, and she's putting her full attention on packing for her trip to Britain. I asked her plans, and she just said, "Mais sera, sera." Follow Get It Done Guy on Twitter and Facebook. If you're an executive entrepreneur or sales professional and you want a partner to help you get even better at what you do, hire me as your coach. Learn more at steverrobbins.com. Work less, do more, and have a great life.